Welcome to Finance Gyan Plus YouTube channel. Today I have brought another problem related with financial ratios. So if you like my video, please like, share and comment. So let's see. Here this is a problem. It's a problem related with financial ratios. So here the following data applied to Sagarmatha company, amount is in million. So here share capital is given here, retained earning is given here, current asset, long-term debt, likewise share premium, treasury stock, current liabilities, net fixed assets. These are given here. So different amounts are given here, which is in million. So here you are required to find out current ratio, debt equity ratio, long-term debt to total asset ratio, and equity multiplier. So these four items, four ratios you have to calculate. Okay, now let's start how to solve this problem. So given all the informations are given here, so you can write here according to the question, let's find first in A current ratio. So to find current ratio, you require current asset and current liabilities. So current asset is given here, current liability is also given here. So now you can find current ratio equals to current assets upon current liabilities. So now you can put the value here. Current asset is given here 150 million and current liabilities 50 million. So your value will be 3:1 or 3 times. This is your current ratio for Sagarmatha company. Now let's see the second, debt equity ratio. You have to calculate debt equity ratio. So to calculate debt equity ratio, you must know the equity amount. If you know the equity amount, then you can calculate the debt equity ratio. So here, if you see here the equity amount, here is share capital, retained earning, share premium and treasury stocks. These four items are related with this equity capital. So first of all, let's calculate equity capital. Or also you can do like this way, debt equity ratio equal to total debt upon total equity. So now you can calculate working note. In working note you can calculate total equity, or also you can also call it common equity. Total equity equal to share capital plus retained earning, or you can also write share premium plus retained earnings minus treasury stock. You have to deduct treasury stock because it is the shares which is being repurchased by the company. The company has repurchased its own share from the share market, so it remains as a treasury stock. So you have to deduct the treasury stock from the shareholder equity, or you can say total equity. So now let's put the value. Share capital 300 plus share premium 200 million, these are all million, plus retained earning 100 million minus treasury stock 50 million. So now you can get the value, 300 million plus 200 million plus 100 million minus 50, 550 million. Okay, this is total equity. Now after finding the total equity, you have to find the total debt. So total debt means here, total debt equals to current liability plus long-term debt. Current liability plus long-term debt will give you total debt. So here current liability plus long-term debt, that is your, I can write here current liability is your 50 million plus long-term debt 200 million. So total is your rupees 250 million. Okay, 250 million is your total debt. Now let's calculate the debt equity ratio. So total debt is your rupees 250 million and total equity is your 550 million. Okay, so now let's see what is the value. Okay, 0.4545 or you can write 45.45% is the debt equity ratio. Now after finding debt equity ratio, you have to find long-term debt to total asset ratio. Long-term debt to total asset ratio. So here in C you have to find long-term debt to total assets ratio. So here long-term debt to total assets ratio equal to long-term debt upon total assets. Okay, so here also you have to find in working note, you have to find in working note total assets. Okay, so here in working note total assets equal to current assets plus net fixed assets. Current asset and this two, if you add, then you will get the total asset. So current asset is your rupees 150 million plus net fixed asset rupees 650, that is your 800 million. Total asset is rupees 800 million. This is your total asset. Now you can calculate long-term debt to total asset ratio. So long-term debt is your here 200 million and total asset is rupees 800 million. Okay, so now your ratio is 0.25 or 25%. 25% is the long-term debt to total asset ratio. Now after finding long-term debt to total asset, next you have to find is equity multiplier. You have to find the equity multiplier for Sagarmatha company. So equity multiplier, so you know the value of formula of equity multiplier. Equity multiplier equal to total assets upon total equity. total assets upon total equity. So total asset is, you have already found the total asset 800 million, and total equity is your 550 million. Okay, so now let's find equity multiplier equal to 1.4545 times. Okay, so this is your equity multiplier of Sagarmatha company. So in this way you can solve this problem. So if you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe, and share with your friends